Hello, listeners, and welcome to our fourth program in our series. Let us learn about design and technology, which is produced for grade 8 learners and anybody who has an interest in the topic. My name is Nodi Iyambo, and today we will learn about mechanism. And don't forget to take part in the quiz at the end of the program. Please have a pen and a notebook ready so that you can take notes of the most important points. A bicycle is one of the best forms of transportation that could be used in towns and villages, isn't it right? I hope today's lesson will shed a light on the mechanism and other things found on bicycles. At the end of this program, you should be able to identify and describe different types of movements: linear, rotary, reciprocating, oscillating. Illustrate mechanisms that produce the listed motions. Explain the concepts: lever, mechanical advantage. Calculate the mechanical advantages if mechanical advantage equals to load divided by effort.
You know what, Kale? My dad was so furious yesterday because I took my sister to school on a bicycle, and before we reached the gate, she fell off and injured her leg because the brakes failed to operate. I was so angry about it because I couldn't manage to save her from falling.
I know what you mean, because it also happened to me some times ago, and my parents got very angry with me.
I don't really know what caused the brakes to fail. Maybe I should ask Mr. Emmanuel.
Good morning, class.
Morning, sir.
Rita and Kale, please sit down. What is going on?
Sorry, Mr. Emmanuel. We were discussing something related to what we learned today. I took my sister to school and the bicycle's brakes failed. It hurt me so much because she hurt her leg. I was riding at a high speed and then she fell. I'm now worried it will happen again.
Oh yeah, it also happened to me, and my parents were very angry.
Thank you, Rita and Kale. So our topic for today is mechanism. Last year in grade 7, we discussed the meaning of mechanism. Can you explain what mechanism is in your own words, Rita?
If I remember well, mechanism refers to anything that converts input force to transfer motion, thereby performing work.
Excellent, Rita. That is the meaning of a mechanism. Mechanism also have types of motions, which are linear movement, drawing a straight line with a ruler, reciprocating, pounding mahangu or windmill pipe, oscillating movements. An example is a swing or a pendulum watch, rotational movement, windmill propellers. Let us talk about a lever. A lever is a pivoted rigid bar or long object that rests on a fulcrum, which is used to lift or move loads. Mechanical advantage means that you can move a large load using a relatively little effort. Actually, mechanical advantage is the ratio of load, force output, to effort, force input, and is calculated using the formula below. MA equals to L divided by E, and the L stands for load and the E stands for effort. For example, if a force of 40 Newton is applied to a crowbar to lift a weight of 100 Newton, 100 divided by 40, which is equal to 2.5. Newtons cancel each other out as you divide.
Which type of movement can be found in a train?
Oscillating, linear train moving forward, and rotary movement of the wheels. So what have we learned today? Please, Rita.
We've learned a lot today. We have learned the definition of a mechanism. We learned calculating the mechanical advantage formula, given that mechanical advantage equals to load divided by effort. the types of movements, illustration of mechanism, concept of lever, and mechanical advantage.
Up to the sky, jump to the sky, up to the sky, up to
And that brings us to the end of today's program. But before we say goodbye, here is your task for the day. Get your notebooks and a pen and try to complete the task.
up to the sky.
Calculate the mechanical advantage given that a man used a long pole as a lever to lift a 600 Newton load and he applied an effort of only 50 Newton. Calculate the mechanical advantage of the lever. That brings us to the end of today's program. Please stay home and protect yourself. Stay safe. This program was written by Mrs. Naomi Koskenkangas.
This program was brought to you by NAMCOL with funding from the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture and the Commonwealth of Learning.